Hey there, Jono here. Welcome back to another episode of our Victoria 3 Siam playthrough, where we are currently in the process of introducing some railways and motor industries to our economy. And I've also adjusted some of the things off camera here, just like silk plantations and rice farms, to bump them up a little bit. Grain and silk are once again becoming a little pricey, and I'm still catering to the needs of the masses in our society here. We still have 4.5 million people of the lower strata, so their needs tend to come first, and that is really annoying. My God, I wish that would stop. Uh, but I might also bump up the. I might increase production of clothes as well. We are producing a lot of dyes and fabric, but the silk is obviously a bit of concern, but we are working on that. We are still producing, or we are still working our way through some society tech, and I believe, yeah, so we're going to be getting canneries after this, and then we are going for currency standards, which will give us a access to per capita taxation at some point. So that will be a really good thing. We are currently in the process of trying to get private schools enacted, which will increase our literacy rate drastically, I hope. But yeah, things are moving somewhat smoothly right now. We have a little bit of a we are losing a little bit of money, but it's not too bad. We built up a little bit of gold reserves for ourselves. We'll just click on this. There, we can increase the enactment chance of this law going forward at the expense of industrialists' happiness, which I think I will do. They are still quite happy with us. And after that, I'm thinking I might go and try to abolish slavery. We still have slavery in our society, so we're gonna have to do something about that. But things are looking okay. Our GDP is still climbing up, and Johor is once again damaging our relations. What else is new? They've been doing that pretty much since I think the first or second episode when we vassalized them. If we look around the society, or around the world, things are pretty static actually. Not a lot has happened in terms of border change, but so we're just gonna sit tight for now. At some point we might turn a corner and maybe declare a war on people, but that's gonna be a few decades away at least. I don't think we're anywhere near that. We're still on a regular infantry. We don't even have lion infantry. We don't have any artillery to speak of whatsoever. We're still on anchorages here. We don't even have cargo ports yet. So there's a lot to be desired here for our military for sure. As far as production methods, there isn't a whole lot to change right now. I would like to go to public trams once we get a little bit more transportation going. And at some point, I would like to increase the steel tools, but I don't want to destroy the iron mine industry just yet. I'd like to create a little bit more of a need for iron before we do that. Tools are getting a little pricey, so we might end up bumping up some tool production actually. Actually, the private economy is working on that right now, but I might also give it a little bit of a boost. I might add a couple here. The Netherlands is having let's see. Oh, one of their vassals is causing them trouble, I believe. We'll just declare neutral there. So now that we have these motor industries built, we just have to get the railways up and running to create the need for them. And that is almost completed here. We will increase these to wood passenger carriages. Since we do have lots of wood in abundance, it makes sense to use them. In fact, I believe, yeah, we have lots of wood. Yeah, wood is still very cheap. And this will help our issue here with these two problems. I just have railways being built in these two provinces here, as we do have a little bit of infrastructure issue here. Hopefully we get a good roll coming up with private schools. Let's see what happens here. Spain is now picking a fight with someone once again, with Bali. I feel like I've seen that before. How are our armed forces? They're pretty happy with us. We could increase migration attraction to our society, I think. I think I will do that. That won't hurt too much. We could increase the enactment time. And I think I might. We're not going to get too many bad penalties. We're not going to get any bad penalties from the monks. At some point, I would like to increase these, but it's just not right. It's not the right time, I think. There's still some taxation laws that I have to change first. Like, I would like... We're still on land-based taxation, so I'd like to get the tax... You know, if we get the per capita, that's going to increase our economy remarkably. As well as, proportional taxation would just be great. What are we short on? Steel. Well, that's because we're using the motor industries now. Are these built yet? Oh, we just finished the railways. So that should... Yep, that solved our infrastructure problem there. And this should be just about done in 19 weeks. That's a bit of time. But I believe we have a... Oh, there are no penalties there. I guess it's because we don't have the full state, I'm guessing. Then after that, what do we got going after that? We have some plantations and some farms being built, as well as some food industries. I might also look to bump up the ports at some point. And yeah, actually maybe get these tooling workshops going. Oh, we have just increased our Colonial Affairs Institution. I might increase our law enforcement. It shouldn't cost us too much of bureaucracy. I think we can afford it. That'll take 50 weeks. England is now picking a fight with someone with Fang. Oh. They're all the way over there. Oh, that's a little colonial war happening here. It says we are going to have a bureaucratic shortfall. I think we'll be okay. Hopefully we get a good roll here for our private schools. It's just about on its way. And there was a positive outcome at least. So it's up to 39%. Our standard of living has dipped down ever so slightly, so that's caused radicalism to shoot up. We just gained 108,000 radicals, or 120,000 from standard of living decreases. But if we can get this law to pass and then go over to getting rid of slavery, that will really help. I will declare neutrality with this war happening over here. And I believe, are we... Oh, this railway is almost finished. And it's going okay right now. We're still improving relations with Spain, as well as the British Raj. Trying to improve relations with just about every colonial power. Spain is rather protective of us. I could, if I were not isolationist, Oh, if I were at peace, we could be their protectorate. Or we could ask them to be our protectorate. But I don't think I will. Russia has established a colony. So how long until these silk productions or silk plantations get done? Silk is rather expensive. Grain is getting a little pricey. Fertilizer's getting also really expensive. So I might want to start building some livestock ranches at some point. Where do I want to do that? Do I want to do that here? Do I want to do that in our capital? Can I do that over here? I could, but I might want to save our space here, our arable land, for dye plantations instead. Maybe I will do that in this province over here. There's still lots of room. I'll bring that up to an even 10. And when it's necessary, I will bump that up. So once this is done, once this railway is done, I will pause it and start bumping some of these things up. Specifically, these 6 things over here. So the railways are just about finishing up here. And we are now in credit once again. So much for building up a surplus. We could increase the enactment chance again. That will give us a shortfall in bureaucracy for 5 years. I think I'm going to do it. So now that those railways are finished, I am going to bump all of these up real fast. And also then go back to the rice farms and silk plantations. And that'll be the order of things for now. We're just going to give... We're still just working on giving our pops what they need. Oh, we have some new parties that have formed. The Free Trade Party and the Liberal Party. So the Intelligentsia have formed the Liberal Party, and the Industrials have now formed the Free Trade Party. We could reform our government if I want, but there's no groups that I feel that I want in right now. I don't need the rural folk in there. I mean, what do they endorse? Consumption-based taxation? No, thank you. Agrarianism? No, thank you. No police. Closed borders? No. No, thank you. Don't need those. But we have gotten private schools up to a 50% chance almost. Ticking down slightly. But I like our chances there. Radicalism has jumped up a little bit, but it's not too far ahead of our loyalists. It's not really an issue. And we are now 20th worldwide in GDP. And our GDP per capita is looking okay. So our private economy is building these tooling workshops in this province here. That's not ideal. No, I don't want to add momentum to the Conservative Party. So officer pops will be slightly more radical. How many officer pops do we even have? Does it say? Officers, that is literally the least populated group here. They support the armed forces and the landowners primarily. I don't want to add momentum to the Conservative Party, that's for sure. I'm trying to weaken these guys. We actually have the landowners now down to 30% now. They started just over 50%. So that's really nice. So let's hope for a good roll here for our private schools. Hopefully we can get some better education. We're getting some rice farms being built here. That's nice. Sugar is very, very cheap. If I wasn't on isolationism, I could start exporting some things. Okay, that'll decrease the university throughput, but that'll increase our enactment chance by 20%, or I could just go for a 10% chance enactment. I'm gonna go for the sure thing. We only have one university anyway. Well, two if you want to count Angkor Wat. Who supports this law anyway? Okay, so we could add interest to the industrialists or the trade unions. But who really wants this law to pass? The industrialists and the trade unions. Okay, well, yeah, okay. Let's go for the industrialists still. We can bolster them up. They are in the government, so it's good to keep them strong. Let's take a look at our construction queue here. Yeah, tools aren't too bad, so maybe I will actually increase the livestock ranches. No, that's not right. There we go. That's good. We'll just do that. Can add a little bit of a government expense here, but that will create opposition interest to the Conservative Party. So I might go for that. We are now losing a little bit of money. I'm not too concerned. That's a temporary loss. Do have some penalties here. Bureaucracy shortage for 4 years. The earthquake relief, we're still paying for that. That'll be up in 4 months, so that should help a little bit. And this government expense here, that will be gone in 30 months. Okay. Oh, we have another election. Our government is getting a little bit contested now. It's at 69. Nice. But the landowners are now under 30% in total influence. So that is really nice. The industrialists are catching up to them. And we have just increased our law enforcement. It is now up to level 2, which should make this a little bit better here. So if we do experience a little dip in standard of living, which could still happen at some point, that should help greatly. And we now have private schools. That's really great. That increases the political strength of the intelligentsia. And I think... Oh, I can't go for slavery banned, unfortunately. I would like to go for wealth voting. We're currently on landed voting right now. And we do have a bit of a bureaucratic shortfall. So I might want to bump up some government admin buildings. But you know what? I might try to pass wealth voting here. We are now losing a substantial amount of money. Where is that going to? Yeah, government or construction goods are now costing a ton, specifically on wood. How is the price of wood? Is it wood is still quite cheap? We went to railroads here, or rail transportation. That won't increase the cost of rails too much. And it says we will make a little bit of money, so maybe I will do that. We have quite a bit of bureaucratic shortfall. That bureaucracy, that minority protest is still going to be 4 years away. So that, yeah, that one of those penalties has just worn off. So that has helped a little bit with our money sink right now. We still have 25 months to work on this government expense. I was really hoping to be able to pass slavery ban, but I guess there's still just not enough people that support it, other than the intelligentsia and the trade unions and the rural folk. But I guess that's not enough. The trade unions are not even listed here. We could put the intelligentsia in the government, but that would drastically reduce our government legitimacy. I'm not ready for that. We have a bit of a authority issue, so maybe I will stop bolstering the industrialist. That has solved temporarily our authority issue, but I might also bump up. So yeah, I'm just going to pause it here for a second. I'm going to bump up. Oh, I should also put the tobacco plantations up there. Yeah, I will do this. Like so. Or no. There we go. That looks good. Okay. So we're just going to get some tooling workshops in. Iron is now getting a little pricey. Once iron starts to get really pricey, I might then increase the production of tools. And we'll start using more steel. We have people who want to enact agrarianism. I might pass on that. Our GDP is still on the rise. That is really nice. Our literacy rate is also rising, and the higher that gets, the more of a demand or the more upset people will get about their standard of living. Let's take a look at the pop needs for a second. What are they buying mostly? See, we got grain being spent. 23% of their income, or 23% of their needs, are going towards grain. Cloves are a little pricey. Opium is ridiculously expensive. We're working on tobacco. I'm just, I don't know if I want to get too much opium going in there, because then we'll just have like a real problem. That's going to create other problems. Be nice to get this, be nice to crack the top 20. That'd be really great. In the top 20 by the 1860s. We just had a positive outcome with wealth voting, so that's up to 26, almost 27% there. That's really nice. Yeah, we gotta do something about that government admin. It's really causing problems for us right now. In fact, I might bump this up even more. We're almost at 8 million GDP and climbing. So how is the price of tools now? almost at break. It's almost breaking even now. Inefficient agriculture. We will follow the industrialist advice. That'll increase migration attractively a little bit. Our private economy has just built us another furniture manufactory. What else are they building? Oh, they're working on tobacco plantations as well. That's really good. That's handy. Because there's a little bit of a demand for that. And our standard of living has almost made it to 10 even. So hopefully we can get this wealth voting. Oh, our standard or our GDP has just dipped a little bit. That's unfortunate. Now, how's our paper mills going here? It's not completely... Okay, I don't need to expand this as it is not even completely employed. There does seem to be some resistance to wealth voting. I can see it ticking down a little bit. Is there anything happening outside in the world? Anything more interesting? What's going on? Oh, America has pushed into Mexico, it looks like. They have taken Arizona. Just the one province, though? I guess Mexico must have backed down or something. So 3 weeks until we get one of these government admin buildings built. And that should really help our bureaucratic shortfall. Might be wanting to build some universities pretty soon. Nope. We have army reserves now, so let's see. We do have a few more conscriptions that should we need. Not that we really need it. Oh, we're starting to lose some radicals now because our standard of living has gone up slightly. And now we're gaining a little bit again. Let's see what happens with this wealth voting here. It's almost 1863. And we are almost just... Our GDP per capita is really rising fast. We're 70th now. It didn't feel like that long ago when we were well into the hundreds. Okay. The King's will be done. That will piss off the intelligentsia a little bit. But that's fine. We will get a plus 20% increase bonus here. So that is now up to 45%. Success chance. There is now a support for preserving landed voting. And our government is now down to 69% in legitimacy. Let's see here. So we're almost on this government admin. We are losing money quite steadily, actually. That's a little concerning. I was kind of hoping we could increase the amount of pool that we could, save up. And Dynam has once again declared us their rival. Now, how are they doing for the military? There we go. Information, there we go. 62, okay. Their military is a little bit stronger than ours. But we have gotten our GDP up to 8 million. Our standard of living is now broken even at 10. And our literacy rate is at 30%. So I think I'm going to put a cut in here for now. We are losing a little bit of money, which is a little concerning. But I'm going to put a cut in here for now and just see how this goes. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. And if you enjoy this one, please like and subscribe. That'd be really great. And I'll see you next time. Take care.